Now we look at functions and their representations. First thing we look at is functional notation. I have got f of x. This is f of x. It's a shorthand notation indicating what you need to put in for x, sometimes a number, sometimes another variable, and at the same time what equation you have to use to get the y value or the output. Now this is read f of x. I could have h of x, m of x, and it's all functional notation. It tells me the equation I have to go to, and when I get there, what I need to put in for my variable. Another thing you need to remember is that y equals f of x. They're interchangeable. They're the exact same thing. So starting off, I have f of x is equal to negative 3x squared plus 4x minus 1, and another function, g of x equals 2 minus x squared. And I need to find each of the following. So in my first problem, they want me to go to g. I call this the function name. So you have to go to the correct function, and when you get there, if you'll notice, see, I need to go to g, they want me to put 0 in for x. I always like zeros when I substitute in, because if I put 0 here, I should end up with 2. So let me delete this, and there's my answer. And this is how I write it. G of 0 is equal to 2. I know what equation I went to, what my value of x is, and once I put that in, if you'll notice, I have got my y value. Now another way this could be written, I could write it as a point, parentheses 0, comma 2. Here's my x, and here's my y. My next function, or my next problem, I've got to go to f, and when I get there, I need to substitute in negative 2. Okay, now we could use order of operations, but I'm also going to show you how to use your calculator. So let me pull up my calculator. Ooh, got a picture there. First thing I'm going to show you is how to store. Okay, so you need to write this down. I need to put in my x value, so let me type in negative 2, store 4x, and then hit enter. Okay, now I'm going to type in my function. I've got a negative 3x squared plus 4x minus 1. The calculator knows order of operations. We've told it we want to put in negative 2. So you might try, do it longhand, and also try calculator. Let's see, if you can come up with it. So my answer should be negative 21. And when I click this, my calculator goes away. And there's my negative 21. Now I'm going to show you something else really neat about your calculator. Now I sort of skip around. I'm going to go to number 5 a second, because there's something else this calculator does, and it's such time saving. I love it. I'm going to type in negative 5 because I'm going to do this problem here. So my x value is negative 5. Let me hit STO for store, in for my variable x, and I have to hit enter. That puts it in the bin. Now here's the cool thing. I've already typed this function in once. I have a recall on this, and you have to use 2 fingers, or in my case 2 mouse clicks. I'm going to do second enter. If you'll notice, it got the very last thing I put in. If I do it one more time, there's my original function. So now the calculator knows I want negative 5 to be put in for x in this function. Let me hit enter. My answer should be negative 96. Well, let's see what I've got here. Yep, that's what I've got. Since I've got this one, I think I'll go ahead and do that one since I have that function. So let me move this over just a little bit. I want to store in 2. So 2, store in for x, enter. Second enter, to recall my original function that I want, and then I hit enter again, tell the calculator put 2 in, see what happens. So let's see if I've got negative 5 here. Yay, okay. We'll try these, sort of by hand. I'll do it in my head, and we'll see if the calculator will give us the same thing. So I need to put negative 4 in for x. Now, anytime you put a negative in, please be careful. You need to use parentheses. So if I put negative 4 in parentheses, a negative 4 squared is 16. And this problem wants me to go 2 minus my answer. So I should end up with a negative 14 here. Now let me get my calculator. Let me see. I need to store in negative 4. That's my first job. Type in my function 2 minus x squared and hit enter. And there's my negative 14. 3, let's see, if we put 3 in, that would be 9, because 3 squared is 9. 2 minus 9, I should have negative 7 there. So let me try storing again. You really need to get used to storing because it saves a lot of time, and also when you work equations, you can check yourself very quickly. Alright, let's see what I've got here. Come on. Yeah. So anytime I have a numerical value, I can use the calculator. Now, on these particular problems, I have got some different type of problems where I substitute in variables. And we have to go back to our algebra and remember how to square a binomial and use the distributive property. So in this problem, they want me to go to G. So here's G. And if you'll notice what's in parentheses, think about picking up what's in parentheses and putting it in for x. So I should have 2 minus parentheses x plus h quantity squared. Okay? Now the next thing, be careful of subtraction symbols. I have got to, because of order of operation, I have got to first FOIL this out, and since it's after a subtraction symbol, I have to put my answer in parentheses. So I need you to try seeing what x plus h times x plus h is. You should end up with x squared plus hx plus hx plus h squared if you FOIL it. Anytime you have more than one letter, you need to put it in alphabetical order because that way you can see like terms a little bit easier. So let's see if I've got that. Now remember, I said plus hx, which will give me a plus 2hx. Now I need to send my negative through, distribute through a negative, and that will change all my signs. And that would be my final answer. I have no like terms, so that is it. Now here's another one. I've got f of a minus 1. So I've got to go to my f function, and if you'll notice in my f function, I have got 2 x's. I've got an x here and an x here. Now like I said a moment ago, please use your parentheses. Just imagine picking up the parentheses, a minus 1, that quantity, and plopping it in for x wherever you see it. So let's see if I did that first. So I put my a minus 1 here and also here in parentheses. Order of operations dictate I need to square. So if I square that, you might do it to the side. A minus 1 times a minus 1, that would give me a squared minus 1a plus 1. And that should give me a minus 2a. And I might have distributed the 4. We'll see. I did. So 4a and 4 times negative 1. Now I need to distribute through the negative 3. Gets me that. And now I need to see if I have some like terms, which I do. I've got a negative 3a squared. 6a plus 4a is a plus 10a. And that looks like I should have a negative 8. And there we are. And that's my final answer. Once I substitute this binomial in to f, and this is what I get. Unfortunately, problem 7 and 8, I can't put that in the calculator. I only can put constants in. Let's see, g of t. Well, remember my g function was 2 minus x squared, so I'm going to put t in for x. And that's pretty much all I can do. There's my 2 minus t squared. And that's it for this video. Thank you.